Hello, everybody. I'm going to pretend to be Will. Welcome to
Hi,
Wulff Den
all.
Live, episode 75. Yes, that is what I wrote. I don't know if that how accurate that is. Joining me is AJ, Fanatics 4.
Hi.
Hello, AJ.
How are you?
So I am fine. I am just fine. So Will's not here. Last week, if you recall on Wulff Den Live, he complained about gas. He was farting a lot right at the beginning of Wulff Den Live. Turns out that was a major issue with his gallbladder that we didn't find out until Saturday morning at about 6 in the morning. So he got rushed to the hospital, had to get his gallbladder ripped out. And then this morning at 2 in the morning, I had to take him back to the hospital because he got pancreatitis from that.
Wow.
So he is out of commission right now. And that is why he is not here. But he is alive. And that's the important thing.
Yeah,
So it's been
usually
a,
when somebody misses Wolf Den Live, they're not alive. So
No, yeah, I know, but this time we can't actually say that because it was a major. It was
yeah,
it
this
was an
time wasn't the
actual
exception.
like
This time,
it
yeah,
was a
this
it was
time
a
you
problem. But we'll send our regards, or I will send regards for you people, or just tweet at him.
yeah,
He's probably bored in the hospital.
he's
Hello,
probably
AJ
bored.
in the chat, of course. Uh, Fred, Convoy, Plastic, Mid Games, Ed, Falgor. Hello, everybody. If there is an issue with the stream, shout it out in the chat, and I will try to fix it as best of my ability because this was just kind of thrown together in 2 seconds. AJ,
What's up?
how did you feel about the Nintendo Direct yesterday?
Uh, I had two different emotions from it.
Yeah,
When I
lay
was
them all
actually
on me.
watching it, hmm?
Lay them all on me.
When I was watching it, initially I was like, "Well, this kind of sucks. I'm sad about this." And then I saw the internet freaking out. So now I was like, okay, wait, let me reassess this because it's kind of my shtick is like reassessing it and saying, hey, is this really as bad as everybody's freaking out about? And then I looked at the trailer again and I was like, okay, this isn't really that bad. It's not something that's surprising because they always do this. Always.
What do
Since
you mean?
Pokemon has
Being what do you mean? Always being tone deaf?
no, always not initially jumping on the new hardware. And
Right.
if you look at the grand picture of everything, it doesn't really make sense for them to jump onto the Switch right now anyway, because it's already selling well. Why put a brand new Pokemon game, something that is like on the regular, something that sells 15 million units, on something that's like stuck at 4 million because they can't make enough to satiate demand already. So you're
Well,
going to
the
have even more people really wanting the Switch.
well the reason
Uh,
I would think would be to sell more units, but it looks like
yeah,
what they want to do is sell more units of the 2DS.
yeah. See, what I'm saying is the reason why you would put a Pokemon game on anything is to sell more units, but they don't need to sell more units. They're selling everything that they can make already. So you're going to increase the amount of people that are trying to get Switches that can't get Switches, and then like, what are you doing for yourself?
Okay.
If you can only make 5 million Switches by the time Pokemon Sun Ultra, whatever the F, if you can only make 5 million, you're capped at that 5 million. Versus
Right.
them saying, "Okay, let me wait until let me see how this pans out. Let me see if it has a install base of 20 million. So I'll put a Pokemon game out, and it's going to do that trademark 10 million units sold, and then everything's good because they don't have a holiday title for yet. As far as we know, we don't know what their holiday 2018 title is, and we do right now. We already know Mario is already enough for people to be buying this thing up. Mario Kart 8 is already getting people to buy this thing up. Zelda is already enough. So
Right.
why throw another thing in there to have even more people taking all of the stock of the Switch?
It looks like what they're gearing up to have a major holiday season. So
Yeah.
there's not that many games for the Switch right now, but it looks like towards the end of the year, once all the parents are getting it for Christmas for the kids, they're gonna have an ass load of games. And I guess
Right.
they think that Pokemon doesn't need to be one, which I guess is
Yeah. I mean,
fine.
I think Pokemon, it just doesn't make sense for Pokemon to be there because Pokemon is a big enough game on its own. If a Pokemon game comes out and that's all they have for that holiday is Pokemon on Switch, it's going to sell 15 million units in the first 4 months,
Right.
regardless. But
Right.
it can't do that if it's stuck on the Switch. Whereas you got the 3DS sitting at around 70 million units, and they already have everything all there. All they got to do is put some new Pokemon in the code and add some new islands and gym leaders or whatever they're going to do for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and they're set. Whereas with Pokemon on Switch, they gotta do a bit more than that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
granted, they have assets already on Switch.
yeah, they're this is really only just like this is like a .5 edition. This is like Fallout New Vegas, if you will. It's like the same game, but like minor changes. I think it's even less changes than Fallout New Vegas, because New Vegas had a completely new areas and everything.
I think a good way to put it is it's the Lost Legacy, the Uncharted 4 Lost Legacy of Pokemon. It's like
wait, which one was Lost Legacy?
It's the one that's coming out now with the with Chloe and Nadine.
I don't know about this.
I haven't heard about this. It's like a $40 expansion. It's going to be like 10 hours or something like that. Actually, I think they said it's going to be 10 hours. So, like, basically what I'm saying is it's going to be more content. It's going to be new
But it's the same island. It's the same environment.
Yeah, exactly.
And everything. You're going to be doing the same thing. It's just a different story.
Right. But there's games that do that all the time. Like, I guess an example that that would be better that that's released and out and everybody knows about is Far Cry Primal. Far Cry Primal is the same world as Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
But it's a different game and all that other stuff. That's what it is. And really,
but even Far Cry Primal has different like assets for all. It has different like enemies and all that stuff.
But so does this Pokemon.
It has a couple new Pokemon.
No, it has a couple new Pokemon right now. They're not going to show all the Pokemon that they have. They're not going to do that.
You think it's going to be a whole new set of Pokemon? It's not just going to be like a handful, a couple different evolutions, maybe? Because that's what they announced. They said new evolutions.
Right. I think that what we're going to get is we might get some new Alolan forms. I think we're going to get new islands. And by Alolan forms, for those uninformed, that's the Kanto region Pokemon and like a different variant, different types, stuff like that.
Right.
I think we'll get that. I think we'll maybe get an island or two, something like that. I think that the story will be different and recontextualized because the legendaries are different in some way. I think we might even see new Ultra Beasts because the Ultra thing, you know what I mean? So I think we'll definitely see new stuff. It's not going to be a new generation. It wasn't going to be that anyway. But I think we'll definitely see new things. And it's not going to be, it's the status quo. If anything, it's more than we usually get. Because like on Pokemon Emerald or whatever, right? That's exactly what it was. Is what you think it is the same exact island, no new Pokemon, stuff like that. That's what Pokemon Emerald was. That's what Pokemon Crystal was. That's what Pokemon Yellow was. You know what I mean?
Pokemon Yellow is exactly what I'm thinking about.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. It's different now because we had things like Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, and I think the names Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is kind of screwing them a little bit if it's not what I think it is. Because it sounds like it's just this is the definitive edition, and I don't think that's what it is. I think it's more of a if not sequel, just a reimagining of what life in Alola is. Because it already seems like if you look at the trailer, you're not the same like person in the same way, because the story was in Sun and Moon was that you're moving to Alola and all that other stuff. So your mom didn't pack the boxes and all this other stuff. But if you look at the trailer, there's like an open garage door, and that's your house, and the boxes are unpacked. Blah blah blah. Your room's different. You got to switch.
I saw that. I saw that the Wii U changed to a Switch, which is the biggest change I've seen so far.
Well, again, if you look at the trailer, it's more than that. And it's just like everything about this game for anybody that like is a Pokemon fan. Like it's a bit different for you because you like Pokemon, fine, but I wouldn't call you a Pokemon fan. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely not a Pokemon fan.
Right. So if you look at the past game, which is the game that I'm relating it to, the last like edition that they did, which is Black 1 and Black 2 and White 2, it did exactly the same thing where it has the legendary and it combined with a different legendary. Remember when you were making that thumbnail and I was like, you should have made it this Pokemon. That's the Pokemon that fused with the Pokemon that are the mascots for the last two games. So it's definitely something different afoot.
Okay. All right. And of course, I'm assuming you think Pokken Tournament is a good idea to move that to the Switch.
I think it's a good idea just because it's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, the more games on the Switch, the
Pokemon
better.
definitely is a big deal. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
all they had to do was flip a switch and say switch, you know, to have a Pokemon game on there, do that.
Midgame says, I heard from the know that the reason that Nintendo isn't producing more Switch consoles is because they're having a short supply of materials needed to build the console. Yes. Oh, he also says Apple is buying all the parts needed. I think we talked about that last week on Wulff Den Live, but yeah, that's
Maybe.
just,
Oh, it happened. It happened then.
it's not specifically Apple that's buying all of the
Yeah.
parts. It's
Apple's just a bigger problem because Apple
yeah,
can
Apple
order
has,
bigger
they have more
orders.
money and they can afford to buy more parts, but there's a short supply of certain parts through the entire tech industry, and a lot of headlines just use Apple because it's like saying PewDiePie, because PewDiePie is the
Yeah,
biggest YouTuber, so they just say PewDiePie to get people's attention.
right.
So technically Apple is buying up parts, but they're not the biggest
Yeah, I
concern.
think I think I think it's more of a like they could be because they could just say, well, yeah, you guys have a few parts and we'll buy it at a higher rate than the other guys will. So
Right.
that's why they're like Apple's a problem. Oh my god, because they can buy them
Exactly.
at higher rates than other guys will.
But so is Dell, so is Samsung. Like
Yeah,
they're all problems too.
and they're bigger problems than Nintendo would be because they
Right.
all have more money than Nintendo does.
Yeah, Nintendo has, one or two devices they're trying to shill, and these other places have a lot of devices they're trying to shill.
Yeah,
So,
and they make a lot more money off of those
yeah,
devices.
Nintendo is more of a software company than people like Apple or Samsung are.
Right.
I'm just reading through the chat to see if anybody's saying anything about Pokemans, and nobody cares. Nobody cares about Pokemon. Fred says Pokemon Yellow is his jam. I
Pokemon Yellow is my jam too.
I didn't buy Yellow. I played Blue and Red, and then I heard about Yellow, and I was like, that's really awesome. But I already played it twice.
Well, I didn't buy anything. My dad took me to the mall and he bought me Pokemon
That's
Yellow.
true. I didn't buy it. I was like, what? I was like, when did it come out? 97?
98, 99.
96.
No, not 96 here. It came out in 96 in Japan. But I don't know when Yellow came out. I think that might have came out a year later.
I'm gonna look it up. Pokemon Red.
Oh, you're talking. Yeah, you're talking about Red. Pokemon
Yeah.
Red came out in 98. Yeah,
98?
yeah, 98.
Really?
98.
Yeah, 98.
Here.
Wow.
98 here.
Okay, so I was 10. No, I was 9. I was 9 years old. My brother was 11. And then I got blue, he got red, and then we beat it, and then we switched. Because we were good brothers.
Because you were freaking maniacs. Who plays Pokemon Blue?
Shut up. Doc Ner says, does the Pokken thing make the Switch more of an esports console like in the original announcement for the Switch?
I think they're trying to
Kind
make
of.
it that. They're trying to make it that, definitely.
I was kind of very surprised when I saw the whole esports section of their commercial for the with the Splatoon stuff. I was very surprised because they're notoriously like
Against that sort of thing.
yeah, they're notoriously like take a step back from the esports stuff. Even now, they just had a Smash Brothers tournament, and the guy who won like called out Nintendo and was like cursing and stuff, and they were getting mad at him because he was cursing on the on the stream.
But
But
on the same token, they sponsor a lot of Smash tournaments now.
they do. I didn't know that.
They were very recently being like, "Oh no, we don't want Smash at Evo," and then they kind of made a swift turn to the other direction.
Good. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I don't know how Pokken is in the esports community. I haven't looked too much into it. I don't know if that's at Evo at all.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it that.
Everyone wants to be an esport.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Who doesn't want to be Overwatch?
I just think they ported it because it was on the Wii U. It came out late in the life cycle. Nobody really got it because nobody had a Wii U, and it's a really good game. So why not put that on the Switch?
It's there. It has Pokemon on the box. It can run on Switch. Put it on Switch.
Scott, whatever his last name, it says, "Damn, Wulff Den, you got fat." I assure you, I am definitely not fat. Do I have to take my shirt off?
Oh god.
Now my brother, that's a different story. He actually lost a lot of weight, my brother.
Oh, shots fired. We're not going to talk about Will right now. We can't talk
Actually,
about
no.
Will
Let's
right now.
talk about Will because he can't eat or drink anything for the next few days, so he is gonna be real
So
thin.
he's
It's
not going to be
the
fat.
Wulff Den is gonna be real skinny next week. Let me tell you. Uh, the Master asks, "What's your favorite Pokemon?" And he says, "Please no Gen 1." I'm gonna say Pokemon Red and Blue, and screw you. AJ, I'm sure doesn't think that.
Is he talking about are you talking about the game or
Oh,
like the being?
I think he actually, I think you're right. I think he means an actual Pokemon.
If I can't say Gen 1, uh I'm gonna do a cheat code and say Mega Charizard Y.
Okay, that's good.
because I'm respectable because Charizard is the best Pokemon of all time.
All right, I'm gonna say Mega Mewtwo X.
Mega
um,
Mewtwo X sucks.
wait,
He's
which was
fine.
the cool one? Y or X?
I mean, he's fine. X looks cool.
One of them sucks.
Y, Mewtwo Y he kind of looks like
Y
Majin
sucks.
Buu.
X is cool. We like X.
Yeah, X looks cool, but Y has cooler attacks because special attackers are cool.
All right, I want to get into the E3 stuff. Now, I did very little research.
Same
um,
here.
I got a list of the conferences. Let's go through them and talk about what
Devolver
we.
Digital. There we go.
Yeah, that's one of them. Let's start
Yeah,
from the
no.
top, though. Let's do. Let me mute the tab so it doesn't yell in our ears. Um, EA is the first one on Saturday. On
We don't even
Saturday,
know when
they're
Devolver
doing it on
Digital is.
Saturday. All right, EA. They're gonna have a whole bunch of FIFA stuff. I bet.
Oh god.
um,
So we're not having any structure to this. Just like I kind of think that they're going to do that. It's not like three predictions
well,
each for each thing.
well, let's just talk about some games that we think that they're going to announce or
Okay, so
talk about at least.
Star Wars is definitely going to be there.
Oh yeah, I
Amy
forgot
Hennig,
about Star Wars.
Star Wars is going to be there. I don't know about what's that
I heard
last one?
rumors of an open world Star Wars game that I don't think is real life. I don't think that that's true.
I don't know.
I
I mean,
think
I
people
wouldn't
just
be
like saying
surprised.
Star Wars.
Open world is the thing to do now. Like people just do it just be
Right.
It's just a thing you do. You know, like shooters proliferated all over the place. Everybody has a shooter. I think open world games is the next to bat with that. So I wouldn't be shocked.
I'm really pulling for Star Wars 1313 to get some sort of like green light. But especially with rated M movies getting like good reviews and whatnot, like rated M superhero movies, like why not have a rated M Star Wars video game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that game looked cool, but the only thing for me that would kind of make me not want it is because a huge reason why I even care about Star Wars is because of the lightsabers. And don't you play as like a clone or something like that in 1313?
You play as Boba Fett. They don't they didn't advertise it like that when it first came out. You just played as a random dude. But after it got canceled, it came out that you were supposed to be playing as Boba Fett. That was supposed to be like a surprise. Like surprise, you're Boba Fett.
So I can't have my lightsaber, so I don't want the game canceled. It deserves to be canceled.
Did you see Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. You don't need lightsabers.
Yeah, it was. But am I playing a video game of Rogue One? No.
Right.
No, I'm not. I want to play with lightsabers.
Very few Star Wars games got lightsabers right.
I know, and that's why
one
I'm
of them
mad.
would be the Jedi Knight series. Those were good.
Yeah, those are cool. But the other games, it just makes it feel like they're just really arcadey, and they're like Battlefront. I hate having a lightsaber in Battlefront.
I'm not gonna lie,
the
Battlefront, the new one came out, wasn't a fan. But the second one looks good. I'm
wasn't a
excited
fan of lightsabers, or wasn't a fan of the game.
the whole game. Did not like the whole game.
I didn't really like the game either. Playing it, I thought that they nailed everything else. Like it looks like Star Wars. It sounds like
Yeah,
Star
it
Wars.
looks awesome and it sounds awesome, but the game wasn't that good. Brett Reese says Need for Speed, which is good. That they haven't had one of those in a while.
Yeah,
And
we already.
that
I mean, we know that We know it. Let's do the real predictions, like Madden being at E3. Nobody would have
Oh
guessed that, right?
yeah, they're gonna do FIFA. They're gonna push FIFA real hard, and that's gonna be on
Yeah,
the Switch.
yeah.
Apparently, it's the real FIFA. We thought it was like a watered down FIFA. Apparently, it's like the real
Nah,
life FIFA.
no. It's not the real FIFA. I mean,
No.
it's the real FIFA. I've had a couple of discussions about this. It doesn't have the story mode in it, and the conjecture on that is because the cutscenes in that are like
Right.
they're not pre-rendered, and their engine is really CPU heavy, and the Switch can't really handle the technology that they use for the cutscenes.
That
So
would make sense.
they're just not using Frostbite for the Switch, and they're going to use an older engine that they're using for 360. And well, I don't know if it's an older engine; it's a different engine that they're
Right.
using for 360 and PS3. But if that's all that's different is the cutscenes, I don't care. Granted, I don't care about FIFA, so
Yeah,
maybe that's
I'm not gonna play it. It's a sports game. I don't care.
Yeah,
My phone's making noises. What else? Battlefield. I hope and pray that they're taking a year off just for
I think
Battlefront.
aren't they alternating though? Yeah, I think they're alternating.
Yeah, I hope that they take a back seat while Battlefront, get some light, because
Yeah,
you got too many games, EA. Other than that, I don't really think they have much else. I'm sure they'll have some things that come out of left field. But
so we're both really big EA fans.
yeah, I also don't care about EA.
announcement.
Like I don't like a lot of the stuff that they do. So
No out of left field, no like the Dream announcement.
last year, their conference, I was like, this sucks. Like they spent like a half an hour on Madden. I was
Yeah,
like,
and they
get
spent
off
a
the
whole bunch of time talking
stage.
about like their studios, like the games that were like. No, I think that was last year. I mean, the year
Yeah.
before that, when they were talking about like Mass Effect for like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, they did Mass Effect. Oh, that's another thing. There's rumors that BioWare they have a new game.
Yeah.
What was it codenamed?
I don't remember that. I just know that they have a new game. I
I
don't
have
really
that written down somewhere.
Just-
I don't
just
think
because
that they're. I don't think
care about
BioWare is doing
BioWare.
anything.
Yeah,
I didn't care about
I don't know.
BioWare until I played Andromeda, and I really liked Andromeda, and nobody else did.
yeah, but you're a big dummy because everybody hated freaking Mass Effect Andromeda. I didn't.
Mass
play
Effect Andromeda
See,
is
the
a
funny thing
product
is-
of the hive mind. It's one person said these
Yeah.
animations look bad, and then everybody's like, this game sucks, stupid. it's
See,
nothing
that's the
like
funny
old one."
thing though, because like I was talking to Logan before. We didn't have Mass Effect because we don't work for Shoddy Cast, We don't get those cool perks.
I would never have played it
But
if I wasn't like sent to play it.
yeah, so because I was talking to you about that prior, about Mass Effect, and I was like, well, I'm waiting on Bob's opinion on it because I know you don't like Mass Effect, and though
Right.
we deviate on some issues, we usually have the same opinion as far as like gameplay goes. Like, oh, this game has good gameplay. So like when you said that game had good gameplay, I was like, maybe I need to play it. And then everybody started like
It
saying this game's
legit
terrible,
it
and-
legit has good gameplay.
yeah. And see, but that's the thing. That's the difference because
And that's all I care
That's
about.
what-
Everybody else
that's
cared about
exactly-
everything else.
exactly, and that's where the difference is because the Mass Effect fans couldn't care less about the gameplay.
Right.
They're like the gameplay is fine, it works well enough. I care about the story and the characters and the sex.
So for anybody who doesn't know, I have a video on the Shoddycast YouTube channel talking about how Mass Effect is good because it has really good gameplay. It's a good I don't like RPGs, but it's good because it has good gameplay, and I can put up with the RPG stuff. All of the comments, it has a million thumbs down, and all of the comments,
like RPGs.
yeah,
and
all
you're
the comments are
Mass
people like,
Effect?
it's a terrible RPG. The RPG elements are terrible. This game sucks. Blah blah blah. That's not.
See,
Does that mean
mean-
it's a bad because the RPG elements like
We
aren't as
completely
intuitive
derailed
as
from
you think?
E3. We completely derailed from E3.
I know, you're right.
But I'm going to say this. Once you put action in front of RPG, it becomes a whole nother thing. It's like, that doesn't then say, okay, only the RPG elements matter, and that's it. The action is equally as important. So if you don't nail that part of it,
Right.
then you didn't nail the game. On the other side, even though we're skewed on this part of that argument, if the RPG is not good, then you didn't nail the game.
Well, here's the thing.
We don't really.
you can completely ignore the RPG elements, and that's why I like it because I
Right.
barely touched any of my
See,
stats or anything.
but see, that's the problem though.
That's why other people don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. As me, I completely agree with you. I want the RPG elements to not matter and whatever. I don't care if they suck. But
Right.
for everybody else, that's what they care about. I think everybody's wrong on that because again, I think action RPG means that they both need to be good, and neither one is good on like separate occasions. The old
Right.
games action sucked. These games apparently RPG sucks. So the games aren't good. I don't know why people like them. Drop mic, but I can't because it costs a lot of money.
By the way, BioWare's new game, codename Dylan. That's what they were talking about after everybody hated Mass Effect. I definitely don't think they're going to say anything about Dylan this year. I think that
Yeah.
that's a next year thing.
Yeah.
Also, who was it? Tevia. We need the Medal of Honor series to come back. That's another EA title. I used to love Medal of Honor. Their two new games they recently came out with, like a few years ago. The ones for Xbox 360 were very bad. So I don't think we're gonna see Medal of Honor for a really long time.
Yeah, that would be random if they did that. That would be really random. Okay, can we stop talking about EA now?
Yeah, no, we're moving on from EA.
way too
Your
long.
screen
I don't even care about
went
EA.
weird, but I'm gonna ignore it. Microsoft is next Sunday at 2 p.m. That's all this week. That's very soon. It's just hitting me
Yeah.
now. So Microsoft, obviously, they're gonna have the Scorpio.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Do we know if we don't know if it's actually gonna be named Scorpio though?
Yeah, no, we don't know that.
It might be the Xbox 2.
Oh my God, it's not going to be Xbox. Can we just talk about that for a second? Everybody
Please.
is dumb for the Xbox 2 thing. Granted, I understand the name's dumb. Xbox
I mean,
One
nobody
is
expected Xbox One. Everybody called it the Xbox 720.
but they already they explained their whole rationale behind it. So to name their next Xbox Xbox 2 wouldn't make any sense. Because the reason why they call it Xbox One is because it's supposed to be the one thing you use and all encompassing. And the only thing
Yeah, the Xbox One, but you can't get you have to play certain games on this one.
that doesn't matter. Shut up. That has nothing to do with the name. All I'm saying is Xbox 2 makes no goddamn sense. That's all I'm saying.
You are absolutely right. Other than that,
Okay, so my prediction for
Yes.
Microsoft's thing, I think
yes,
that they're probably going to spend like a half an hour talking about Scorpio and how cool that is. Do I
yeah,
think that's a good idea? No, I think that's stupid. I think that they should say the Scorpio, and this is what the Scorpio looks like, and this is its real name or whatever, and here's the controller. And also, we're not going to talk about that for the rest of the conference. Sorry for wasting 15 minutes of your life for stuff that you're just going to look up later anyway. Here's all the games. That's what they need to do.
Oh crap! Will's in the chat, and he says it's
Will!
going to be Xbox One Plus.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing. Yeah.
That does make sense. That's not cool though. Scorpio
It's
is
not
really
cool.
cool sounding.
But Xbox, since when? Nobody's cool. All right, nobody's cool. Since when was PlayStation 4 a cool name? It's a lazy
Right.
name. It's like it's the fourth PlayStation name.
A lot of people didn't think it was going to be called a PlayStation 4 because 4 is like
Yeah, 'cause
death
the
in Japanese.
Yeah.
They skipped 4 on something else recently. There's another game that they just completely skipped 4 and called it 5. Or was it no, it wasn't a game. I think it was a phone. Oh, it was the One Plus.
Four.
It was the One Plus. Instead of the One Plus 4, they just went straight to 5. That's Chinese though.
I was about to say, do they have like an audience? We're off topic again.
That's the podcast, man. That's what we do here. So yeah, I just think they're going to spend 1,000 hours on Scorpio and talk about how cool and powerful it is. There's rumors that it's more powerful than a PC. That is just absolutely not true.
Dumb. Yeah, no, that's not true. Maybe more powerful than a PC of the same cost. Speaking of that, prediction cost. What do you think?
500.
I think
No,
450.
I'm sorry. 600. 500 is
I
what the
think
Pro
450.
costs. The PS4 Pro.
Pro's 400, isn't it? It's 400.
Now I gotta Google. PS4 Pro. I'm gonna say 6 because there's a lot of tech in there. Yeah, the PS4
I think
Pro
it's going to
is
either be.
400.
I think it's going to either be within $50 or Pro or the same price. I think they
No,
learned their lesson from being
absolutely
more
not.
expensive than PlayStation. I think it is.
I would bet a lot of money it's either 500 or 600. I
You
don't
want,
think it's going to be
you
near.
want to bet a lot. You want to bet a lot of money.
How much? How much would you throw down?
Ah,
I'd bet a decent amount. I would bet a lot for 500.
let's put $100 on it.
You want to put $100 on it? That's a
Let's
lot.
put $100 on it.
You want to put $100
You
on
said
it?
a lot of money.
All right,
Yeah,
all
let's
right,
put.
all right. I'm saying $500. That's gonna be $499. What are you saying it's gonna be?
I'm going to say
You need to pick one
it's
price.
so a flat number. But what if we're
Flat
both
number.
wrong?
Then we just lose. Then we both lose.
Okay, I'm going to say $400.
You're gonna say $399.
$399, whatever.
You're gonna say $399. I'm gonna say $499.
Yeah.
Okay, $100. We're doing it.
Okay, $100.
You heard it here first. $100 on that, baby. What's everybody in the chat saying?
$100 again.
Mid game says 600 is a lot of effing money, and he would be absolutely right. Atten's thinking 545, and he's stupid. Yeah, you guys just threw out a lot of dollar signs. I mean, they have to have learned their lesson from the when the Xbox One launched. They launched it at $500.
Somebody said, "No, wait, loser has to buy the other Scorpio." I don't think either one of us cares about Scorpio
No,
enough to buy it.
no, I don't want it. I definitely don't. I thought I was gonna have to buy the PS4 Pro. I was like, man, everybody's gonna hate my game capture now. Nobody bought the PS4 Pro. Nobody cares. Will says Scorpio will cost. Scorpio will not cost more than $500. They've made it very clear it's a premium console, but they can't have it cost more than a high-end PC. Well, $500 is not a high-end PC. That's a very low-end PC.
I think the bigger thing is they can't have it be more than the PlayStation 4 Pro. They can't do that. They can't do that. They already.
I think they can because of how powerful it is, and because of how many more people are interested in it than they are on the PS4.
I don't think people care about that because look at how much more powerful the PlayStation 3 was than the 360. They saw $600 and they all ran. Nobody went.
Yeah, but that's a lot different. That's very high. Nobody cares about the PS4 Pro now. Period. Nobody cares about that. Period. Right. And people are interested in the Scorpio.
I think that they can. I don't think that they can price it higher than the PlayStation 4 Pro. I think that if PlayStation 4 Pro gets a price drop and they're like it's $300, they're not going that low, but they can't price it higher than what the retail price is right now for PlayStation 4 Pro.
I just think that it has more tech in it and it's going to cost a lot of money. Granted, Microsoft can afford it, but I think
so Microsoft games, what are you going to do?
Right. Fred, thank you for the $2 super chat, contributing to when I lose to AJ.
Yeah. Thanks for my $2, Fred. I appreciate it.
Boothut says $500 is like a mid-tier PC. Come on, Bob. That is not true. I don't know where are these people. All the time, people say that. Oh, you can build a PC for like $400. It's like a good game.
Yeah.
Not true.
Like, I've talked to a few people in my time. They're like, I built my PC with a half a potato chip and a paperclip. I don't know what you're talking about, how much they cost. You spent $400 on your console or whatever the case may be.
This computer that I'm using right now, I built in 2013, and it's a Hackintosh. It costs $800. That's without the graphics card that I have that I updated, because the graphics card was absolute garbage. But it was great when I bought it, and it turned into garbage. I had parts already. That's why it only cost $800. But it's still a lot of money.
It's weird because like this is a whole other thing and you're going to get, I don't know, maybe I'll get tweets for this. I don't know. Follow me on Twitter, tweet at me. But it's a whole other thing because PC gamers like to argue on both sides. They like to say that PC gaming is both cheaper and better than console gaming. But then at the same time, they'll tweet out and be like, oh, consoles, you're never going to be as powerful because we have this $14,000 graphic card that can eat your console for lunch and dinner. And it's like, but I don't want to spend that much money on one component. It costs like
4 car payments.
I can buy every single console in the generation with the handhelds for the price of your graphics card. I don't want that graphics card.
the glitch says in all caps, you can build a PC with $400. You absolutely can,
You
but
can. Yeah.
in a week,
Garbage.
everybody will yell at me on YouTube telling me that all of my game capture is trash.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to say about the Microsoft games. Is there new Gears of War? I really don't care about Gears of War.
No, they're not going to do Gears of War. Gears of War
Nope.
just came out.
Some people said Halo. I don't think there's any Halo coming out.
I don't think that there's going to be Halo 6. I think we might see like a ODST-esque Halo
Forza.
Thing. Forza. Yeah, definitely. Forza is going to be there. They already
Forza.
said that.
Did they say that? Oh, they said that. Yes. You're right.
Yeah,
Never
they
mind,
said that. They said that. We're
Forza
going to
7.
see Sea of Thieves. That's going to be there. I think Crackdown 3 is going to be there.
Yes. Crackdown 3. For sure.
I think Cuphead's going to be there, but we're not going to see it until 2032 because...
Cuphead better come out this year. A lot of people are pulling for that.
I was saying before, I'm not even sure that game exists because that game has been teased for forever. It's a Sony game at this point. How much they've been like saying this game's gonna come out, like it's a Sony game at this point.
I think they're gonna push Forza 7 to show a lot of Scorpio stuff.
Yeah.
And we know that Scalebound is dead, completely dead. So none of that.
Scalebound.
I think they'll have a random. Microsoft will have a random game that they'll showcase.
I think they're gonna have
Sunset Overdrive 2 or something.
I think they're gonna have no less than 2 new IP.
Okay,
because they
I'll
have to.
Atten's very excited about Cuphead. Moving on to Bethesda Sunday. That's at 9 p.m. Pacific time.
Disclaimer: I don't care about Bethesda either.
So a lot of people are saying Fallout or Skyrim in VR. Which I think is a little crazy.
They're going to bring Fallout VR. Yeah, we know. No, we know that it's happening.
The most interesting part. Wait, that's confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
They showed it. You didn't see Fallout VR?
No, I didn't see it at all.
Well,
this is why I have you.
This
is great.
Fallout.
The interesting thing about that though is how are they going to do movement? Because nobody can do
vomit all over
nobody
the place.
can do movement in VR well. How do you control how you walk?
I mean, see, the thing is like the thing that you would want, and that seems like the intuitive way to go about it is like you walk with the stick like you normally would, and you look around with your head. But again, you will vomit all over the place because your body is like, I'm moving, but I'm not moving. And you will just throw up all over the place.
Totally so, not cool says Skyrim for Switch, which I forgot about. But that they'll have a little blurb on that. I don't think.
It's going to be like a little mention. Yeah.
The big deal for Bethesda is their new IP called Starfield, which is supposed to be Skyrim in space, which is just gonna feel like Fallout. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not that interested in that, except that I have.
We're going to get like another PC play, like another like what was that game? It was like Dungeons and Dragons type thing, but it was like only on PC. And then we got like Quake Champions. I think we're going to get games like that. Maybe we'll see Quake Champions on console. That's my prediction.
Will's saying he's hoping for a Quake 5 or a new Wolfenstein. There is a rumor that Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, will be the new Wolfenstein game.
You probably know all about Wolfenstein. Go ahead, tell us.
I don't know anything about Wolfenstein, except I used to play that one that was only a multiplayer game, and it was like a World War II multiplayer game, and it was great. So it was free.
So you're telling me that people with the last name Wolf don't know anything about
Listen, it's spelled differently, okay?
I know everything about... I forgot what the game is called. It's like something McRae Rally Racing or something like that. But the joke died because I don't know.
I know. Wait. Colin McCree. But I used to always call it Colin Mockery, like the guy from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I don't know anything about that.
Like he's a rally racer?
Okay, are we done with Bethesda? Because I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah. So Starfield and
what's the chat saying about Bethesda? Maybe they know. Maybe they care. Space is dead this decade.
They don't care. All right. So this is out of left field, but I think that they're going to. I think that what's the name of that? Was it Obsidian? I think that Obsidian is working on something, and I think it's a New Vegas type thing for Fallout 4. That's what I think. And the only reason I think that is because the PR guy and the Obsidian Twitter account both follow me on Twitter. And the only reason Obsidian would ever want to follow me is if they had something to do with Fallout.
Oh, Shoddycast.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So I think that they're going to have a New Vegas type thing, not New Vegas 2, but Fallout 4 something. And it'll be like a
next
reboot.
developer that we care about.
Okay.
Publisher.
Devolver Digital.
Next publisher.
I'm actually really excited about Devolver Digital.
I don't even know what are games that they make that I would know because I don't know.
Basically any weird indie game. You remember No More Hero? No, not No More Heroes. No, Not a Hero. You know Not a Hero?
No.
No, you don't know that. Well, you know Ollie Ollie? Ollie Ollie?
Yes, I know. Yes.
Roll 7 developed that. They have a new game that's unannounced that they're going to announce at E3. So it might be Ollie Ollie 3.
So are they through Devolver Digital?
I think so.
Okay.
Devolver Digital has also been pushing Strife. What's it called? Is it Strife?
I don't know.
Strafe.
Who Devolver Digital is? We just established.
You know who Devolver Digital is.
Hotline Miami. Yes, Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami. There you go. Hotline Miami 2 was a thing. Booth says Hotline Miami 3 maybe. I think they're going to be pushing Strafe a lot. That's their like old school Quake like game.
Slippy
that
says,
really
I really want an Emoji Movie tie-in game.
Okay,
I think
well,
Devolver Digital is working on that.
You're the one guy who wants that. All right, moving on from Devolver Digital. PC Gaming Show, skipping right over that to Ubisoft, Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Cool.
Ubisoft.
We're going to see Assassin's Creed. We're going to see
Assassin's
Far
Creed.
Cry.
It's rumored that there will be Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah, and it's going to be in Egypt.
Egypt? Ooh, that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I really, really, really I'm the only person. But I want Assassin's Creed to get really close to modern times.
Isn't that just Watch Dogs, though?
It is. You're absolutely right. So Assassin's Creed Origins, they're obviously going to talk about a new Mario game, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Best game. Well, wait, no. ARMS is best game. I forgot.
What else has Ubisoft got? Far Cry.
They got The Crew 2. The Crew 2. Not The Crew also, but The Crew number 2.
Right. That'll be a quick blurb on that. I don't think anybody cares too much about that.
But Ubisoft cares.
Far Cry, we're going to get a lot of Far Cry. Wesley says Rainbow Six DLC, which is true.
Are we going to see any Rayman stuff? I say no.
Yeah. Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Were you listening?
That's not Rayman anymore. That's like, no. That doesn't count. But
they're just going to re-release. What's that Rayman game?
We're going to see Legends on because that's coming to Switch.
Yeah, that game's been released for like 8 years.
Yeah.
That game has been on, I think, 3 console generations.
Yeah.
Am I right?
It was on. Well, kinda. As far as technology goes,
it's been on a lot of
because it's
consoles.
Wait, is it on 360 and PlayStation 3?
Yes, it's definitely on that.
Okay, so yeah, it's been on like 3.5 because it's on Wii U, which is not really like last gen. You know,
it is on Windows, Switch, PS3, PS4, Vita, Wii U, 360, Xbox One. So wait. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consoles. So 2.5 console generations.
So it's a Call of Duty game. That's basically what we're saying.
But I mean, not even Call of Duty games do that. Like Call of Duty games. This is one game.
At the beginning of life cycles, because like Call of Duty Ghosts or whatever.
You're right. But then there's that half. There's that 0.5 console generations.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Trials something. The Trials.
I'm upset I never played Trials of the Blood Dragon. I was really excited for that, and I never played it.
Because that's usually there, isn't it? That was at last E3.
Trials of the Blood Dragon, yeah. And I played it for like a little bit on the floor, and it was awesome.
Did you end up buying it?
Nope, I never bought it. I would have bought it if it was for Vita. So if it's for Switch,
Now put it
I
on
will definitely
Switch.
buy
Yeah.
it. Put that thing on the Switch. I will buy it in a heartbeat.
Now, do we think another thing that a lot of people are saying? I don't think it has any like backing behind it. I don't think there's any rumors of that. But a lot of people are saying that Switch is going to get its own like or what is that game called? Rogue, Assassin's Creed Rogue. It's going to get its own Assassin's Creed that is like lower tier, like as far as technology goes, just exclusive to Switch.
Oh,
You think?
I don't think so. I don't think Rogue sold very well, even though it was. They said it was better than what was it?
Yeah,
Black
they said it
Flag?
was better than
Was it Black Flag or was it Unity? I think it was Unity. It was Unity.
Unity.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
came out
Black
with
Flag was
Unity.
the one people like Black Flag because they like the pirate stuff.
I
Which
don't know why
I
people
don't,
like Black Flag. I think we talked about this last week. Black Flag was not a good game. It was like
I don't like that. I don't.
it was
I
my
don't
least
like
favorite Assassin's Creed that I played. I didn't play Unity
Yeah.
or the other one.
I'm just like, why would you make a game full of the thing that I didn't like? But apparently, a lot of people liked the boat.
Yeah,
stuff.
people liked Rogue for some reason, and you play as a Templar too in it. I think. But
Yeah.
no, I don't think they're going to do that again because that's a lot of development time.
Yeah,
Even though they had a year, but I hope they used it to tweak the engine because goddamn, that engine needs some work. That's all I got on Ubisoft. Hopefully, they have more Switch games than just Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. And yeah, they're gonna harp on Far Cry probably a lot. Next is Sony, Monday, 6 p.m.
we're going to see Spider-Man.
Yes,
That's all I care about. Sony can be over. All they can do is talk about Spider-Man. And
Spider-Man has potential to be game of the show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Is this Sony Beyond Good and Evil 2?
No. If anything, according to rumors, we'll see that at Nintendo's conference. But they also said that.
The most recent rumors say the game is in production and will launch as a perhaps timed exclusive for the Nintendo Switch. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Ubisoft.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we
okay.
moving from Ubisoft?
I'm sorry. I thought that was a Sony thing.
We'll definitely see Spider-Man. We'll definitely see Days Gone. We'll definitely see God of War 4.
I think we'll see a quick blurb on The Last of Us 2. Maybe just an extension of the last trailer.
And we'll probably see Death Stranding again, even though that game's not coming out for the next decade.
But I'm so amped to see anything. Did you know that there was a soundtrack that you can buy for the last trailer?
No, I didn't.
You can buy a vinyl soundtrack of the last trailer. It only has the one song on it, I think.
Kojima's doing a lot.
There was a DVD. Digital Foundry had a thing. You could buy the DVD for the first trailer of Metal Gear 2. And it's a DVD and it's just the trailer. That's it.
He could do a DVD of like the cutscenes from Metal Gear 4. He could do that.
Yep. I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, that game. Yeah. I mean, you can just go on YouTube.
I don't think any of their games that they're talking about this year are coming out this year, except for Crash Bandicoot.
What about God of War? You don't think God of War is coming out this year?
No.
I think it has to.
I don't think Sony has to do anything.
Why not?
I think that because
people are saying that Sony's going to steal the show, and I don't think they are. I think that they're going to have like the worst showing.
I think they're going to steal the show in the minds of people that don't really think about what happened at the show, because they stole the show last time and we didn't get anything. All we got was a bunch of like, these are games that we think about. We might work on them. We threw a trailer together. Maybe you'll see it in 2092. We don't know. You don't know.
I think all eyes are on Microsoft at this point.
Yeah, because they're the only ones that have to perform. Like right now, everybody else is doing great, but Microsoft, everybody's looking at like, I don't know.
Sala says Kingdom Hearts 3, which yes.
No.
Yeah, well, they have to.
Game.
It's been so long.
That's another game that's not coming out for the next decade. It's not going to happen. The game doesn't exist.
And that better come out on the Switch whenever it comes out.
Yes. Granted, I don't know if it will. I mean, well, Square Enix, they're buddy buddy with Nintendo now. They like to switch.
Friend of the show, Will Wolf says they have to give a reason for people to buy a Pro, and that is a very good point.
True.
Spider-Man is going to be a big reason to buy a Pro because that so far it looks really
Yeah.
good on Pro hardware.
So when that game comes out in 2018, we'll have that reason.
I think that game's going to come out. I thought it was going to come out along with Homecoming, but I'm not thinking that anymore. But that's coming out this year for sure. They're going to want
You were
to push
completely
that.
wrong about that. Yeah. I should have bet you on that too. We were talking about that before too, and I was like, "There's no way that's happening. There's no way that's happening."
But yeah, right now they don't have any games that work well on Pro hardware, so they're gonna have to start making games that work well on Pro hardware, like God of War.
They have games that work well on Pro hardware. I don't think that they have anything that is made for Pro hardware.
Well, like what's one that would make me want to buy a Pro? You know,
nothing. But what game would make you want to buy a Pro?
Spider-Man. If it looks as good as they're showing, you know.
Well, we'll have to see in 2018 when that game comes out. If that game comes out in 2018, because we don't even have a date. See, usually with Sony, it's like we don't have a date for forever. Then we get a date, and then that date gets delayed.
Live to Rock says Crash Bandicoot, which is true.
Yeah, true, but
not a new game. But they're gonna show the collection. Yeah. Final Fantasy VII remake. They have to have something about that.
Yeah, but again, that game's not coming out. Well, this is Sony. I think we'll see it.
Yeah, we're gonna see all this stuff. Like you just said, we're gonna see it, and it's not gonna come out.
Yeah, it's not coming out. I think everything that we saw last year is going to get a date. I don't think it's going to hit any of those dates. I think maybe two things that we see that's new are going to get dates. Maybe two.
Sala also says Bloodborne 2, which I think is pretty plausible.
Yeah.
Because we just got Dark Souls 3 when? Last year?
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, so I think Bloodborne 2 is.
And there's a lot of rumors that they're working on that.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't know if it's going to be Bloodborne though.
You don't know? Why not?
I don't know.
Why would it be?
Some tells me that they're going to do something different,
but it could be a completely different game, a new IP. Yeah. That is the same thing as Dark Souls.
Yeah. It's Dark Souls, but in a different time period.
And people are saying Gran Turismo. I don't know about Gran Turismo. I think that's another one. That if there's any game that is gonna be in development for forever, it's Gran Turismo.
Yeah, we'll see it though.
Yeah.
Every game that we just said, we'll probably see it. Are we going to have it in our PlayStations anytime soon? No, but we'll see it. We'll know about them.
The last conference to talk about is Nintendo.
I don't know because it could either be the best conference of all time or the worst one. I don't know. You never know with Nintendo. It's usually not in between.
They have to have some things come out of left field, and it has to be Metroid. or else, if they don't have Metroid, people are gonna call it a failure of a conference.
I don't know. See, that's the weird thing. Like the one that I have the least to say, as far as like this is going to happen, is the one that I know the most about. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what Nintendo's going to do because everything. Usually their E3 is the antithesis of Sony's, where it's like Sony's like balls to the wall. We're announcing everything, even if the game didn't even start development yet. We're going to announce it. Nintendo's like, we're not going to say anything about anything that's not come out in the next 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
So, I mean, chances are most of those announcements are going to be underwhelming unless they had something like deep in the coffers. They don't want to say anything. If anything, like the surprise announcement that we'll get is whatever Retro's working on. Maybe that's Metroid. Maybe it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure. I can't find the article, but I remember them tweeting saying it is not Metroid. Even though they teased pictures of Prime Rib. And they were like, look at this. But
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that they said that they are not.
Banner is like Metroid. A banana. I think their banner is like a banana. So maybe it's Donkey Kong again.
Yeah, didn't they do Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
I think Will is right that they will mostly talk about Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yes, they're gonna push Splatoon 2, of course. Also, Zelda DLC.
But I don't know how much they'll talk about Splatoon 2 because Splatoon 2 is going to be in the tournament. So I think that is going to be a footnote. Like they're gonna say something about it.
No,
But I
I
don't know
think
if
I
they're
think
gonna
they're
like.
gonna have a decent amount on it because they still want people to buy Switches for the stuff that's coming up, and that's gonna be important.
I don't think
Arms
they have
comes
to say
out that
anything.
weekend.
I don't think they have to say anything about Splatoon. Splatoon's good. Splatoon's going to sell if they say nothing. If only for Japan. Like if that game only came out in Japan, it would sell 2 million units.
Yeah. Everybody's saying Virtual Console, of course. So we already got a lot of information about their online service, which isn't coming out till
Yeah.
next year apparently. Part of that
Well,
service is the
fully.
Netflix style Virtual Console, which isn't really Netflix style. You get one free game a month. That's really it.
No, 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 no. It's Netflix style. That's what it is. They completely changed with
They did.
the strategy was with that.
I'm
Yeah,
so
initially it
glad I
was
have you here, or else I'd be lying to everybody.
yeah. So with the thing is, they're gonna have. I don't know if they're gonna rotate like Netflix, but they're gonna have like a pool of games that are NES and possibly SNES. We don't know about that yet. They said they're considering it. Um, that you'll have access to as long as you have your subscription, and you can download any or none of them, and that's just how it works. They're not going to do the like the temporary like you keep this for a month. They're not going to do that anymore. It's just a subscription Netflix like service now.
So, if I don't opt for that, if I just pay the $20 a year, which I think is an
No,
amazing price, I don't
no.
get a free game?
What do you mean?
Because they originally said that you would get a free game a month, but you don't get to keep it.
Yeah, no, it's not either or. It's just that's what it is now. It's like you do the Netflix like service with your $20, or you just pay $20 and not use it. You know what I mean?
Wait, hold on.
It would be like me paying
I'm
the $60 a
absolutely
year for
confused.
Xbox Live.
Is the Netflix service separate from the $20 a month you pay to
No,
play Mario Kart online?
no,
It's
no.
the
It's
same
part of
thing.
that.
So for my $20 a month, I can play any virtual console game I want.
Not any virtual console game. Any game that's part of this. What is it called? Nintendo Classics moniker or whatever.
So it's like PlayStation Now. It's like as if PlayStation Now was
Yes.
included in the PlayStation Plus
Right.
subscription.
But I don't know. I don't think that they're
Okay.
streaming. Though. I think you download the games. But they could
Okay.
stream them. They're NES games after all.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea. That is a good idea. I'm
Yes.
glad I know that now. So they are going to have to talk about that a lot because that's an important
Well,
selling point.
I don't know if Nintendo's going to talk about that a lot. See, this is the thing that we need to think about.
And they need to talk
right?
about the way you chat like in Splatoon. Because right now everybody just freaked out last week when
Right.
they showed the headset that you don't have to buy.
See, but what I'm saying is the problem is we're saying this is what they need to do. I think what they're going
Right.
to do is something completely different. Because if you remember, if your mind can go back to the presentation stream that we did, and we're sitting
Yes.
there like, why didn't we even know that Sonic Mania existed on this thing? Why didn't we know that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a thing that we're
Bomberman
gonna
was like a
Why
blink.
didn't we know?
I like blinked
Yeah,
and I was like,
exactly.
was that Bomberman I just saw?
Yeah.
It's been years
So
since a Bomberman
So
game.
I don't think that they're going to talk about that. They might talk about it during their stream. You know, the
Right.
Treehouse Live stream. It might be a thing that they're like, let's play some games from the thing, and then they dedicate a segment to that.
Right.
But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
Real quick, before we go any further, I'm gonna close this Google Hangout window and open it again to see if I can get you back on screen. So stay tuned for that. One second. Because you've been completely gone for like half an hour so far. How do I? Oh, I can just end the call. Okay. Call ended. Now he has to end the call. Hey, you're back anyway.
Okay.
You look like garbage though. Oh, you're huge. Let's make you smaller. There we go. There we go. Okay. Much better. So again, I will say that they're going to focus on Super Mario Odyssey. I think that on the show floor, most of their booth space is going to be Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You think
And
there's going to
again,
be a
I'm
rabbit on their
not.
show floor?
What?
I said, you think there's going to be a rabbit on their show floor?
God. Ugh. Yeah, they're gonna have a tiny section of Mario
You
and
gotta take it. You
rabbits.
gotta take it. You gotta take a selfie with the rabbit and send it to me.
Oh, like a guy in a suit. God.
Yeah.
Um, what else was I gonna say? I think that they're not. That, Metroid's weird. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with Metroid. I think they're gonna have some things come out of left field, like Pikmin when that they announced that on 2DS. Nobody expected that.
You think we're gonna see any Arms DLC? Because we already know that that's coming. Like the free updates. You
Maybe.
think we're gonna get a
Yeah, maybe
tease
because
in there?
that comes out that weekend. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll see that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else. I just drew a blank. But that's it. That was the last. That's the last conference is Nintendo on Tuesday. They're the last ones. So they're gonna have to make me want to Switch,
Oh
even though
my
I have
God.
one already. They're gonna need to make other people want to Switch. Animal Crossing, the Master
Oh yeah.
says that's true.
The
Actually,
Animal Crossing mobile game. We'll hear all about
there's
it.
also a Harvest Moon game coming for Switch that I didn't know about. That
Oh
will
yeah.
be on the show floor. Um, Animal Crossing mobile that doesn't come out till next year. They pushed that back.
Did
I
they?
think. I think
I
so.
thought they said it comes out this year.
I
I
know it
thought they
got
just
delayed.
pushed it back. I know they delayed it from when it was supposed to come out because that was around the time that Mario Run came to Android. So
Okay. But yeah, I know it got delayed. It's coming out late. I've been playing, believe it or not, Fire Emblem Heroes, and it is pretty damn good on my phone.
do you like regular Fire Emblem?
No, I mean I never played it. I never played any Fire Emblem, but I like it.
Oh well.
It's
I
like
mean,
it's like a Pokemon on a chessboard. That's what it's like.
yeah. I mean, that's pretty much Fire Emblem.
Oh,
Maybe you
and
should
as
get
Azad says,
Birthright.
Monster Hunter Cross, Double Cross, Monster Hunter Double Cross. I don't. I mean,
What was that?
I don't know because I think that's gonna be a while till it comes to America.
What are you talking about? Xenoblade?
Monster Hunter Double Cross.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's gonna be a while because those games usually take a while to get. You know.
Oh yeah, we're going. That was another thing I just reminded myself. We're going to see Xenoblade. Do I think that's going to come out when they say it's going to come out in America? No. But the beauty of Switch is if you're crazy enough, you can play it anyway.
That's true. You can just get Monster Hunter Double Cross on the PlayStation. On the Nintendo Network. All right, I'm done talking. Also, I forgot to mention Borderlands 3. It's rumored that Borderlands 3 is gonna.
Where are we going to see that? I guess
The
Sony-
the
Sony gets
rumor
all
is
the-
Microsoft on the Scorpio in
okay.
4K.
Wait, what? Since when was Borderlands a thing that's like, I need to see this in the best
Well, they
optimal?
they teased the graphics, and it looked pretty
Okay.
cool. So that like Gearbox teased like the engine, and it was like
Mhm.
very clear that it was Borderlands that they were showcasing. But they never said anything about Borderlands 3. I think that's very possible we're gonna get Borderlands pretty soon because it's been a while. I think that it'll be very interesting to see Borderlands if it comes out later this year. Borderlands to go toe to toe with Destiny, because even though they're not
Yeah.
similar, they're both loot shooters, and a lot of those Destiny streamers were Borderlands streamers. So it'd be very interesting to see a lot of those Destiny streamers be like, "Well, now what do I do? Because I got Destiny 2 coming out." And of course, we're gonna see a lot of
Like
Destiny 2 stuff.
I don't know if Borderlands 3 is going to compete with Destiny in that way. I think that they might think that. You know what I mean? Like they might think, I don't know if I want to play Borderlands or if I want to play Destiny. But as far as success goes, I think Destiny has that pretty.
I
buttoned
don't
up.
think it'll sell. Yeah, you're right. I don't think it'll sell as much as Destiny, but I think that I'm just curious to see how the Destiny
How streamers
Twitch
wanna handle it.
community is going to handle that, especially because it's going to be on PC, and you have all of these
And
new
Destiny
PC
probably
people
won't
now.
off the bat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be off the bat.
Destiny 2 not coming out day and date.
No, yeah, Destiny 2 will be on console first, and a lot of people are pissed about that, and I don't care because I'm gonna play it on PS4.
I mean, you do play it on PS4. You mean?
Yeah, shut up.
You'd be
But yeah,
interested.
I'd be interested in the Borderlands 3. And I see something about Splinter Cell. If Beyond Good and Evil 2 isn't Ubisoft's token end of conference surprise, might it be another game in the classic Cell series? It fits beneath the Tom Clancy
Oh,
umbrella.
that's another thing. I think Ubisoft is going to do another, because they always do another like Division, Watch Dogs type thing where it's like we had no clue this existed.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do that.
Well, they're saying it might be Splinter Cell, which the last Splinter Cell Blacklist
Usually when they do that,
did not like.
it's a new IP though. When they
Yeah.
do those announcements,
Maybe it'll be, it'll be Splinter Cell, but online only.
you know what their new announcement's going to be. I know. The Watch Dog slot is going to go to Mario Rabbids. That's the big new IP.
Guys in the chat, if you have any questions or comments, you pull them up right now. I will go to last week's Wulff Den Live and talk to you about it there. If you have any questions for Will, maybe he can answer them in the chat right now, and I'll just read them. If he's even here and alive, because he just got a tube stuck down his throat. What did you say?
I said Tevye says I want to destroy all humans. That would be cool.
I've never played that, but a lot of people really like that.
Great Mind says, what about Cowboy Bebop? What about Cowboy Bebop? Isn't there like a live action movie or something like that?
I think so.
What do you think about that?
JDXVX from last week's Wulff Den Live says, as for Marvel vs. Capcom, no X-Men, no sale. So sick of MCU screwing over the comics and merchandise of Marvel. What the hell? That is, yes. I mean, I guess he used to main Marvel characters. I mean, X-Men characters. It is a little ridiculous that they're just pulling X-Men for no reason. People asking who won the Switch.
Asking what about Switch?
Who won the Switch?
Oh,
She did a giveaway. Wonder Woman. Did you see Wonder Woman?
No, I did not.
Will didn't, because obviously, but
Yes.
I did, and I hated it. I thought it was really bad. Yeah.
Like worse than Batman versus Superman? Was there a spear?
So here's the thing.
Martha?
No, none of that. I mean, there was some parts that were like on par with that though. So when I left the theater for Batman vs Superman, I was like, that was good. That was all right. I didn't think that when I left the theater for Wonder Woman. I was like, that was bad.
Had a worse reaction. Okay,
Yeah, I had a worse reaction. I would say that they're all on par with each other though. I'd say that they're perfectly on par with each other.
Okay.
But I did not like Wonder Woman. I thought it was.
So why didn't you like it?
There were parts that were so absolutely
Common boy
cheesy.
says you're wrong.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's some amazing movie. It's not. I thought it was really bad. There's so many times where there'd be like a fight scene and the whole thing would be in slow motion and they would drop it and slow it down even more for a close up of her face for her to flick her hair, and it was so absolutely annoying.
Slippy would like to say,
yes,
that all superhero movies suck.
I completely disagree. Would you say would Slippy say that the Dark Knight series sucks? Because that's like,
see, I was going to make a
guard
bad
film,
joke, but I just don't want to. Everybody does that, you know.
What? Everybody does what?
7 out of 10 says Fred Bushy. Everybody does the Bane jokes.
Yes, I like the Bane jokes. I just did not. I thought it was so cheesy. There were some parts. 64%. There were some parts that were just very poor. There was a part where the main bad guy is running towards Wonder Woman, and he's really far away, and then it immediately cuts to his hand on her throat, choking her like he's been there the whole time. That was like a bad edit. There was another part where she reaches to get her sword, and she realizes it's not there, and she left it on the roof where she was fighting somebody else. So she goes, oh. And then it cuts to something completely different, and then it cuts back to her landing in the same shot with the sword on her back. Why did that have to happen? Why didn't she just have the sword on her all the time?
Was there an invisible jet?
I mean, who knows? Maybe it was there.
In my head canon, it's there. If it's not there, then that's the worst movie of all time, and I don't want to see it. But if it is there, it's the best movie, and you're wrong.
Somebody said that it has to be in the cinematic universe. One of the like guys at
Yeah, yeah.
DC.
Will tweeted that at me. Will tweeted that at me. It
Jason
made my
Booker said, "I expect it to is a middle of the road quality movie that critics are overrating because they don't want to start a firestorm." I think that it's another like the same reason that everybody hated Mass Effect. It's the same reason that everybody loves Wonder Woman. It's because everybody said it was
one
great.
person. Yeah, yeah.
Everybody said it was great before you went to see it, and then you saw it, and then everybody had in their head, this is a good movie. Right off the bat, in the
But a
very
lot of
beginning.
people, but a lot of people were saying that Batman versus Superman was great before it came out.
Way
And then it
before it was
came
out, though. Like the couple days before it came out, people were saying it was very
like
bad.
the super fan screenings and stuff like that. But the critics were like, this isn't good.
Right. The very beginning of Wonder Woman when they're on Themyscira is probably the worst part. It's the worst it's the worst part I think of any DC movie. I would say that is awful. And
That's pretty bad.
I know people are gonna completely disagree with me, but I thought that was very bad. David Jemez says I only sub to win, so bye. Okay, goodbye. Yankee says at the same time that I don't care about the women's only showing. Oh yeah, the women's only showing of Wonder Woman. If any other superhero movie had a guy only showing, females would be so very mad. But they wouldn't do that because that'd be stupid.
See, but they did. They did do that.
No, the women's only showing. They did that. But who did a men's only showing?
They did a men's only screening for Logan.
Really?
Yeah, I remember Alana Pierce tweeting about that, and
where?
She was like, "They did that, and nobody cared." What do you mean where? Oh, I thought you were saying where did she tweet that at?
No,
like, what are you talking about?
No, like where did they do that?
I don't remember what theater it was.
And why would nobody care? I feel like a lot of people would care.
I think she was saying that like women didn't care. Like they're like, yeah, whatever. But men were like, this is whatever. I don't know. I
mean, I don't care. Yeah, have your women's only showing. I don't want to go to it. Why would I want to go to that? It's not like I'm missing out. Anyway,
yeah, we talk. Identify as, never mind.
Does I identify as a woman?
Yeah.
We talked about this. Yeah, that's true. I identify as a woman. I should be able to go to this women. I'm going to this women's only showing. Are they doing it again?
I think didn't they do it already? I think they said
did it already. I'm just busting balls or boobs. I don't discriminate.
I subbed to win too, but then I started to love this channel.
Well, I love you,
Says
Nate. All right, that's it for last week's Wulff Den Live. There's a lot of comments. If you want to read them, go over there. I was supposed to read. We're running late here. The
hashtag Wulff Den Live.
The hashtag I'm here. It was just Simone Stig who says, "What did you think of the Apple keynote?" Oh, I was actually very surprised, even though the rumors were saying that they were going to talk about it. They were going to have like an Alexa type thing. I was surprised that they actually went through with it. I didn't think they were going to do that.
I was surprised that they kind of didn't do that because
it's like more of a speaker.
Yeah, like they didn't talk about the assistant stuff at all.
It's really. Just Siri.
Oh yeah, Siri's there.
It's just straight up Siri.
But for the most part, they were like, "Hey, this is a really good speaker. The sound quality's good. It's even better if you buy two of them. If you're stupid." But like for the most part, that's what they did. They talked about the speaker. They didn't talk about the assistant part of it at all, really.
I think the new iPad Pro is cool. I love my iPad Pro, but now they have one that's smaller and better, so that kind of sucks for me, but it's cool. It's gonna have more. The iOS 11 is gonna have more Apple Pencil features, which is good. Hopefully, I get that without slowing down my iPad. They have a cool thing for Apple Photos where you can. They have a lot more editing capabilities. I think it even works on the iPad, and it works with Camera Raw, and all of those settings will go into Photoshop. So I think that's really cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
Also, the Mac, the iMac Pro, that is a very good solution to not having a Mac Pro and not wanting to release a Mac Pro.
but it's kind of counterproductive
because you can't.
You can't do anything with it as far as upgrades go. Because the reason why everybody's like the Mac Pro sucks, blah blah blah, is because like they're kind of stuck with this thing, this trash can.
I'm going to be honest with you. The Mac Pro they marketed it as being very upgradable. It wasn't upgradable. You'd have to buy
Yeah.
all Apple parts, like
Right. I
it's
mean, but
not
you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to do that anyway, unless you just run Windows on it.
right. But the old Mac Pro, the one that was a tower, you could just get a
Yeah.
Radeon card and toss it in there. It would have to be a
Right.
specific one, but you didn't have to buy it
Oh,
through
okay.
Apple. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I see
So
what you're saying.
so like, and hard drives and stuff you could just buy, but like, yeah, the iMac Pro is going to be less upgradable. But here's the thing: a lot of people that are willing to spend that much money on something like that, they're not. I don't think that they're the same type of people who want
That
to
hold on to a
save
computer for
money
that long.
on upgrading
Yeah.
their computers. Yeah, they want to just buy
Right.
the newest thing because they have the money to do so.
Yeah.
So I think
And
that the
also because like if you're buying that thing, for anybody that buys pro gear or whatever, for the most part, especially in like the video world or the film world or whatever, like the gear that you buy is going to pay for itself in one thing that you make. So
right,
like it doesn't really matter if you spend $15,000 on a computer if the thing that you make with said computer makes you $30,000. So you can
right.
say, okay, well, I'm going to make one project on this thing, pay for my computer this year and the next one that comes out. So it's like,
I think that the iMac Pro is for people who work at like a production company, and the production
yeah,
company buys it. Um, I also really like that they have a Thunderbolt 3 enclosure that they're making for graphics cards, and they're working on
mhm,
getting Unreal. I think I heard to work with
yeah,
Mac OS.
mhm,
There's already Thunderbolt 3 enclosures that you could plug into a MacBook, but they don't work very well with Mac OS. So now they're trying to get those to work well, and I think that's really cool. So that's a way to upgrade any Mac with Thunderbolt 3 or USB Type
everybody's
C.
talking about everybody's talking about how overpriced Apple is. I think
It is.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I think that if you look at it on a like per parts basis, it's expensive and overpriced and all that stuff. But if you look at it like a company looks at how they price things, it's not because they price things based on how much they know they can sell it for.
Right.
If Apple knows that they can sell you a computer at a $4,000 profit margin, if it cost them $1,000 to make the iMac Pro and they could sell it to you for $5,000, they're going to sell it for $5,000.
It,
The only
it, it
reason why Sony didn't make another console that cost $600 is because nobody wanted the one that they tried to sell.
it's a
So it's like,
luxury. It's a luxury product. You're getting a Chanel bag instead of something from Target, even though they both work exactly the
huh?
same. I'm saying that's a luxury product. You're paying for
Exactly.
yeah, you're paying for the luxury. Um,
Yeah, and there's things that are like not there's not really going to be. I mean, it's not tangible. The things that they're placing value on, the things that Apple says, this is what we're saying is worth your dollar is like their attention to detail and like how they design their computer, not how they design them in the like practical in the practical sense, but in the you're not getting build quality like this anywhere else,
right.
and you
That's the
can't
thing.
really
They
you can't
still
put a
make
dollar
the
on that.
absolute best. They make the best laptops, and they make the best all-in-one computers, hands down. If
Yeah,
you
and
want to build
there's
a computer, you can build a much better computer yourself. But you're not going to get a better laptop. And you're not going to get a better all-in-one computer. That's it.
yeah, it's just not happening. So as far as like, yes, people that say they're overpriced are right, but they're also wrong. It really just depends on what you put value in.
That's true. This, like I said
For me,
before, it cost me
I would say,
$800 to upgrade my computer to make it a Hackintosh. That same the same specs would have cost me $4,000 if I wanted a Mac Pro, and
yeah,
that's insane. And that's why I
right,
built a Hackintosh instead. I will say that
right,
is a pain in the ass to upgrade though.
exactly. And that's the type of thing. See, for me, like mine's a little different because I got mine through school. Granted, I still have to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if it was a thing where it's like you can get a Windows computer, and for me, and I have Windows, but I don't like it. So like I'm not going to spend
I'm
if it
in
was a thing
Windows
where
right
it's like you
now,
can,
and I only do that when I stream.
yeah, I hate it. But if it was like you can get this computer with the same exact specs as your maxed out MacBook Retina or whatever for $1,000, I'd tell you to go away and leave me alone because I'd quickly give you the $3,000 for the headache that I would save using the tools that I'm able to use in Mac OS. I don't like Premiere, which is a whole nother discussion. I much rather use Final Cut. Where can I use Final Cut? On my Mac. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do the whole thing where it's like, new phone, who this? I just want to plug my phone into my computer and all my information is all there. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think about it.
I could spend a whole podcast on this, but I used to be an Android person. I switched to my iPhone only because of the camera. That is the only reason. I hate everything else about this phone.
Do you? I thought you just hated the notifications.
That's most of what I hate, yes.
Yeah, so that's a different thing.
So I don't hate everything else. But the notifications is a major problem. I really wish that I had a Google Pixel or something, except that the camera wouldn't be as good. So I am not an Apple fanboy, but their OS is much better than Windows. I wouldn't even necessarily say
that I am, because like there's a lot of stuff that I just flat out don't care about. I would never buy a HomePod. I don't care about that. I wouldn't buy an iPad. You know what I mean? I mean, I see why people like them, like this thing, but I don't care about them.
Every single
that I do like, it's for a reason. If you're being if you're a fanboy, it's you like this thing because you like the company. That's a whole nother thing from I like this thing that this company makes. Like, that's completely separate from that thing, from that idea. For me, it's less of I like Macs because Apple, It's I like Macs because their design philosophy behind Macs just aligns with what I care about.
Fred in the chat says there will be no thumbnail tonight because the stream ain't gonna end. I got news for you. There is actually going to be no thumbnail stream tonight because I have a lot to do and there's a lot going on around here. So there is not going to be a thumbnail stream. So you are right. That's half the reason why this is going on as late as it is.
Yeah, making it up for you.
But this is the last thing I'm going to say. I have never owned a Windows computer that didn't have a random error message come up every time I started it up. That happens.
Frowny faces all over the place every time I use Windows. Hurts my life. Yeah. And now all this is something went wrong.
I don't know what it is, but something happened.
Yeah, something happened. I don't know. You figure it out. You got a PC. That means you're like tinkering, right? Figure it out.
Fred using hashtag Wulff Den Live. What franchise would you like to see appear on the Switch from any creators? I'm hyped for a Fire Emblem. Interesting.
Overwatch.
Period. Overwatch. That's all I'm going to say.
End stream.
Well, I want to get in the chat a little bit. Will's complaining that everybody's screaming in the hospital. Well, maybe you shouldn't be in the hospital, dummy. Here's another thing. If this whole thing has taught me anything, this whole thing with Will, if it's taught me anything, it's that I really need to get myself some health insurance because I could get effed. And here's all my health insurance documentation right here. They're rejecting me because they don't believe how much money I make.
Oh my god.
Everything's a nightmare. Everything sucks. Everybody's just comparing iPhones to Androids and what's better, Apple or Windows.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares about that? Anyway.
Let's see. HomePod. Yeah, that's the name of the thing. The speaker, the Apple speaker. That is a dumb name.
I saw a comment that I'm not even going to, I was going to go off on a tangent, but I don't want this stream to last until 3 o'clock. So I'm not going to do that. Overwatch. Period.
Mikachu, I'm expecting Nintendo to drop something big this E3. F-Zero, Metroid, Mother 3. Mother 3 would be interesting. I think Virtual Console would be interesting. But I really want a new IP from Software. Exclusive for Nintendo. That'd be weird.
That's not.
Or them making a Metroid. That would be very interesting. Either I'm happy. I think they're going to have something, but I highly doubt it will be exclusive to Nintendo. But From Software is developing something for Switch, or they said that they're open to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a Bloodborne 2. It'll be on the Switch, or if they're just going to port. No, they wouldn't port Bloodborne. No,
I think Bloodborne is Sony owned.
Yeah, that's true.
I would love if Bloodborne was on the Switch. I want Bloodborne. Give me Bloodborne on the Switch. Nintendo, buy Bloodborne and put it on the
Unless
Switch.
It was a timed exclusive.
No, it's not.
No?
If it was a timed exclusive, wouldn't it already be on Xbox? Granted, Xbox doesn't... Well, Xbox gets...
It hasn't been that long. Yeah, I think we might see a Dark Souls or something on the Switch.
Bloodborne came out almost 3 years ago.
Really?
No, 2015. 2015.
Okay.
So 2 years ago.
That's still a long time. Yeah, you're right.
Wii U ports. Woo, that is a woo. Put every Wii U game ever
Yeah,
on
please, for
PS3
love of God.
and
Oh my
PS4.
God. I didn't say anything in my predictions, but goddamn, if there's not a Mario Maker for the Switch, I'm gonna just
Yeah.
off myself.
Smash Brothers too. But see, and I want to be clear. I understand great minds that comment is sarcastic, but I'm excited about that. Please give me every Wii U game ever. Please,
I
twice. Do it.
if we get Mario Maker on the Switch, you're gonna see a lot more streams from me. And if there's not, you're gonna not see any streams from me ever again because I'm gonna off myself.
I want Smash. Give me Smash on the Switch. Smash 4 Switch. Just do it.
I'm gonna take these two questions rapid fire. Fabrizio says, "Will you buy the iPhone 8?" Yes, not because I want to, but because I have that payment plan where I get to upgrade. That's the only reason why I would get it.
See, but you know what would make you want to if they fix the notifications. You know what they're not going to do? Fix the
Yeah,
notifications.
they're not gonna do that, and that's gonna annoy the hell out of me. This is gonna be my last question. Tevia, any opinion on Darksiders 3? No. I haven't played the other ones, but I did like the art style because it was some comic book guy.
I got Darksiders 2. Did I play it? Nope. But I got it.
Guys, thank you for being here. It was a long one. Thank you for hanging out for as long as you did. We talked a lot about a lot of things. I'm going to make the thumbnail, but I'm not going to stream it because I'm going to have to plow through it. Next week is going to be weird because I don't know what's happening with Will, so I don't know that. I'm also going to be at E3. So I don't know if I might try to do the stream from the show floor. That was a nightmare last time, but this time I have access to the media room, so that'll be different. We also have internet at the place we're staying, so I could try to do it there.
That's also a plus.
So
Wi-Fi sucks.
Right. So I don't know I'm gonna try to do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try to do it. Worst case scenario, it will just be a podcast and it won't be live, but I'm hoping that that's not the case.
Speak with a Mighty Number 9, please. I can't end the stream. Goodbye.
I still haven't played it, and I backed it. It was like the first thing I kickstarted. People are thinking Mega Man. Maybe someone with Mega Man. Oh, they've got the Legacy Collection. Never mind. Okay, thank you for being here. SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, all that stuff. Like us, give us a bunch of ratings and stuff on there. Now, I'm gonna have to do the edit this into the podcast because Will's not here to do that. Watch our other videos. I put 2 of them up yesterday. 2 videos up yesterday. Sonic, and one of them is about how not every Sonic game is a bad Sonic game, and the other one's about Pokemons. And in the beginning of the stream,
he was just wrong.
in the beginning of the stream, me and AJ talked a lot about Pokemon. So watch my video from yesterday and then watch it today. Will says he should be back next week. Hopefully he's not bright yellow. I'm gonna have to color correct this because right now he is like it's like someone took a hue slider and moved it. All right, I'm ending this. Go click in the description to go to AJ's channel. Goodbye, everybody. I love you. Mwah, mwah, kisses. Mwah.
I like you.